This, Adam, could be a classic.
Despite the combined age of the combatants being a whopping 102, don't let that fool you. And despite this actually being the debut of the Rowdy One Ricky Knight here in 1PW, he is possibly the most seasoned active wrestler still in the United Kingdom.
You're not wrong, Adam. I've had the pleasure of seeing Ricky Knight many times.
I've never seen you before. To me, you're a wannabe. I am a British legend. Ask all these people out there. I'm a legend! And tonight, I aim to prove I'm a legend by kicking your ass in your home territory, brother. Listen to me. You're in 1PW now. This is my backyard, and these are my people.
Strong words from Ricky Knight.
Yeah, it's some strong words right back at him from Keith Myatt. Just to reiterate, this is old school rules. 6 5-minute rounds if required.
Yep. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout will do this.
I feel like I need to say good evening, grapple fans.
Yeah. Well, if you want to channel the spirit of Kev Waltman, feel free.
Although both guys, veterans of the sport, both had their fair share of this style of matchup, in recent times Keith Myatt has been used to the 1 fall to a finish.
Yes, he has, yeah. I mean, World of Sport tragically came to an end some time ago, and since then you will find that the majority of people from that era have been working an entirely different style, as wrestling has seemingly evolved from the round-based system, which was more ground-based, into something now where you'll see a lot more high-flying moves, even hardcore style wrestling. These two, however, keeping the spirit of old school alive.
And the round system, it dictates a whole different set of attitudes, of a way to go about the match. The tactics are going to be different. There's pacing involved.
Yep.
But if any 2 men can get the job done in this type of environment, it is the Rowdy One Ricky Knight and our own legend Keith Myatt. Coronel Bataille. The slightly more powerful Knight backing Myatt into the corner.
He's got the weight advantage, that's fair to say.
Top wrist lock by Ricky Knight, just ringing the arm. Keith with a roll through, straight round to a top wrist lock of his own. And sensibly under the top of middle rope to break the move.
First couple of rounds you will find that will have been probably much slower, more like a feeling out process.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, the tactics are different to 1-4 to a finish. There'll be a lot more methodical, a lot more wear down holds, short submission based manoeuvres, just generally wear down. I don't think you'll see many pinfall attempts in the first couple of rounds, Adam.
No, probably not at all. Probably nothing. Maybe a basic submission or two, just to send a message, but nothing else. Ricky Knight exclaiming that flagrant rule breaking is old school and does fall within the rules of the match. However, the senior referee, Tony Barrett, knows different to that. Greco-Roman knuckle lock, both men now, chest to chest. Seeing who's the stronger man. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Ricky. He does have the weight advantage.
But a nice drop kick from the knuckle lock by Keith Myatt has sent Ricky Knight reeling. You know, I've seen Ricky Knight many times around the British circuit, Adam, and there's very few men that can get under the skin of wrestlers and fans alike like the Rowdy one.
He knows the balance as well. He doesn't spend too long intimidating fans or wrestlers. He knows exactly the right amount, when to start it, when to stop it. He's a consummate master of what's, and this hated word, psychology.
A single leg takedown. Keith now shining that boot up.
Referee
shining it up real nice.
Yeah. Tony saying don't do it. Ricky's in the ropes, but I mean that's not going to stop Keith. Ricky Knight there, saying that he's being pissed off.
Kick to the midsection, Ricky Knight sending Keith Myatt face first into that top turnbuckle.
With some force as well. Now just standing on that area near just underneath the neck, so it sort of bends the neck at an unnatural angle.
Well, I think it was on the throat, Adam. As we come to the end of the first round.
Oh, hang on. He's not letting go.
30-second period rest time.
Oh, he's helping him back to his corner now. That's what he was doing. Just being a gentleman.
David Boyle.
Second round. Round 2.
Oh, here we go. Find us off in the second round. Nothing majorly eventful happening there in the first, but that's as you expect.
Yeah, like you say, feeling out process, few wear down holes, just to let you know who I am.
Yep. And if you're Ken Waltman, I'll be Gordon Soley. This is a human game of chess, Dale.
Well, if this is a human game of chess, it looks like the Rowdy one is about to take Keith Myatt's rook.
Yes, certainly is.
With that boot to the face.
Scoop and a hard slam.
Looking for maybe a leg drop. Nice elevation on the leg drop into the cover.
A disrespectful cover.
Yeah.
I don't think that's even you know, being forgetful. I think that's just disrespect.
Into the reverse chin lock.
He probably fully well knew that those counts would not get him the full. He's just trying to piss Keith Myatt off even more.
Keith with a reversal into the top wrist lock of his own. Series of boots sends Myatt into the corner. Hard Irish whip. Keith in with a shoulder block. A second. A third. Oh, looking for the fourth, but the shoulder meant nothing but turnbuckle.
Went to the well once too often. Ricky Knight now back in control. Once again, doing what he did in the first match. Same sort of tactics, pulling that arm over the first and second rope, trying to almost yank that shoulder out of its socket. Hammerlock slam.
Hammerlock heel toss. Sound manoeuvre there from Ricky Knight. After spending the last couple of minutes working over the shoulder arm region. Hard scoop slam.
Ricky Knight knows full well that a simple slam will not get him down for the count of 10. But it gives him an opportunity just to catch his breath for a few seconds before continuing the onslaught.
Yeah, and the onslaught is being continued onto that shoulder. He just a series of headbutts. Just trying to loosen the shoulder region up. Ricky Knight just drilling the arm, elbow, shoulder into the ring apron, looking maybe to get it onto the ring post.
Yeah, he's just focusing all the assault, all of the attack on the top of that arm region.
And again, with the arm being worn down, something as simple and fundamental as a Fujiwara armbar will get you a tap out.
Yeah, without a doubt. Keith looks like he is in a lot of pain. Not even using the arm at all to assist him getting back into the ring.
No, but like a shark smelling the blood. Ricky Knight using the arm to toss Keith Myatt over. And Keith really favouring the arm now. And again, solid, sound, old school strategy.
We're looking at a possible dislocation here. Keith is not using that arm at all. I mean, being the wily veteran that he is, he's going to try and, mask that injury as much as possible. But when it's potentially as serious as a dislocation at the socket, there is very little he can do.
And that's it. And as I said, an armbar will get the job done.
Did he tap, or did the referee call for that?
Either way, Adam, we see the first decision.
The winner of the first round as a result of a submission in round number 2, the Rowdy one, Ricky Knight.
And that now, Adam, is a huge bullseye, a huge target.
Yep. He could quickly work on that arm again, follow it up and get a very quick second fall.
Yeah, certainly. All it's going to take is an armbar takedown, a Fujiwara armbar, just to hyperextend the elbow, any sort of armbar submission, a short arm scissors. There's a number of arm-based submission maneuvers that Ricky Knight knows.
Yes.
And he knows that will get him the second decision here.
Yes.
And the win.
The win now within his grasp. He can afford to take his foot off the gas just a little bit here. It's just like sort of a 2 out of 3 falls match in that respect. You have got a little bit more margin for error.
I think someone as wise to the game as the Rowdy one. As you can see, stalking Keith now. I think he's just going to go for the kill.
Yeah.
As I'm right out in front of us. And there's the patented jumping jacks there from the Rowdy one.
He's a fitness freak now.
He's just getting under the skin of the fans, riling up Keith, the fans, everybody.
He baited him over, pulls him out underneath the bottom rope, and now Keith in a territory that he knows very well.
Yeah, Keith knows, stranger to the hardcore environment. He is a veteran of the hardcore match, the survival of the sickest match. He's just added to his repertoire. But Ricky Knight, no slouch when it comes to brawling on the outside.
No, not at all.
It's in the blood. It's in the family blood.
It certainly is. The Knight family are all very, very tough, brawling street fighters.
Yeah, it's a Knight dynasty in wrestling. That's what it is.
And you mess with one and you turn your back, you're likely to have another one smacking you around the back of the head.
Keith wisely taking 5, maybe to get his bearings back a bit, but still favouring that arm, and as much as like you said, he's trying to hide that fact, Ricky knows. And
backed off.
Yeah,
backed off a little bit, let him in, kick that rope. I had it done to me, Dale.
Has given Ricky Knight his first public warning.
Oh my goodness.
Wow,
a public warning, Dale.
A public warning.
It's been
last seen in 1989.
Like that.
Well, I'm not sure how wise that was, but Keith has just delivered a clothesline using his left arm, and now it's Ricky Knight. I thought he was going back to the arm bar.
See what the referee here can't see. Referee can't see is that Ricky Knight is using that middle rope for extra leverage.
And if he's wrenched right back, Keith will have no choice but to give up. Meaning Ricky Knight wins 2 straight falls.
This time, Tony Barrett caught him doing it and insists on the hold being broken.
I'm pretty sure Tony Barrett saw the rope moving, but unless he sees, actually physically sees Ricky Knight's hand on the rope, there's not a lot he can do about it.
Ricky Knight will do anything. He'll blame the cameraman for getting too close. He knows every shortcut in the book.
Again, just wrenching the arm over the rope.
Oh, he wants to shake hands, Dale.
Do you really think he wants to shake hands?
I don't know. He's an honest man. You know, he's a businessman as well. See, look.
Wow.
He's throwing on the cross, Dale. You can't do that.
Well, I guess that's the one last taboo that we so-called haven't flaunted yet, is faith.
However, when he did shake hands, Keith Myatt drops his hand on the floor and stamps on his fingers. What he wanted to do was shake his hands. What was the need for that?
Well, maybe a bit of a taste of his own medicine now. But as quick as Keith got the upper hand,
the tide has changed.
Yeah, Ricky Knight straight back on top of him. And not the first time tonight, Ricky Knight and Keith Myatt have gone to the outside.
Oh, he's inviting him now to forearm him in the face. Oh, and
that's just a slap. And that's a return one.
And he hits hard, he will slap the yellow right off your teeth.
Well, he went for a big right hand. Keith moved out the way, and bone met steel, and the Rowdy one's hand possibly broken.
Yeah, easily broken
from the punching the ring's support.
Well, he's right. Keith Myatt did actually looked as though he bit the hand of Ricky Knight there before he got back in the ring.
And the bell signifies the end of round 3.
Wow. We're just heading into round 4. Still, Ricky Knight 1 up.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, it is currently 1-0 in favour of Rowdy Ricky Knight.
We're over halfway now, Dale. Essentially in the second half of this match, and Ricky Knight is halfway to being victorious.
Yeah, right here on his debut in 1PW.
Seconds out, round 4.
Straight out, straight back in Keith's face. Rake of the eyes.
Keith now with a nice fish hooking and biting.
Yeah. Keith no stranger to bending the rules when he needs to. Tends to keep it a bit cleaner these days. And maybe look for that hammerlock Beal again.
Oh,
there it is.
Couple more of them, and you've got to think, good night, Keith Myatt.
Ricky Knight just wrenching the arm in a position it just doesn't go out of that hammerlock.
Yep. The human arm is not meant to bend in those sort of ways, in those sort of shapes.
If Ricky Knight was to hook in a chicken wing, then just pushing that arm further up the back,
he'd snap it.
But Keith fighting back, backing Ricky Knight into the corner. Now just stomping on him. And just now basically put his boot in his face.
Using the 5 count to his advantage. He knows that Ricky would do exactly the same.
Yeah, you're right, he would. Keith really needs to, if he wants to get back in this, he's a fall down. He needs to get something out of this pretty quick. Looking for the stunner. Under the clothesline from the Rowdy one. Kick to the midsection. And he gets it. He gets the stunner. Hook of the leg. Slightly out of position, but it's enough.
And that has tied the contest at 1 ball apiece.
The winner of the second fall, Keith Myatt. This match is now 1 fall apiece.
There's a 2 count. What's up?
Keith now spending a lot of time on that arm.
Yeah, it's in a bad way.
Trying to wrap a cold rag around it, possibly reduce some swelling. Now he's pointing at it there to his seconds and his corner people. A certain area of his arm.
Yeah, I mean you can see from our vantage point the swelling that's come out.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah.
Just by putting the rag on it. The muscle does not swell up like that.
No, not naturally, Dale.
Round 5.
Keith Myatt could be out for an undisclosed amount of time with a muscle tear.
But there's one thing for sure, Adam, he's going to gut this out. There's no way that hardcore Keith Myatt will call this a day. And a drop kick to the shins.
Yeah.
And now both guys just trading rights.
Right hands and forearms.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has given Ricky Knight his second public warning.
Oh, one more and he's going to lose a fall automatically.
Yeah, I mean, a kick to the conkers like that, it'll, right in clear view of Tony Barrett, he's going to get you a public warning in,
yes, it is.
In this environment. Scoop slam into the cover.
Again choosing not to hook the leg. It's all about the disrespect, as you saw at the start of the match. Ricky Knight exclaiming he did not know who Keith Myatt was.
Big sidewalk slam, straight hook of the leg this time. Still just a 2 count.
This time hooking the leg. Is frustration beginning to show on the face of Ricky Knight?
Well, we are on somewhat of an even playing field to get at one fall apiece. But this late stage of this match, both guys will be feeling it. Certainly Keith. Oh, and a sit down for the sunset flip. And just a 2.
Oh, he's starting to get frustrated now. You can see it because he's going for another cover.
I barely got his shoulder on.
Yeah, this time putting all of his weight across the shoulders, but he's not hooking the leg.
3rd attempt.
Keith has got back to his feet behind Ricky. She hasn't realised.
Schoolboy!
And he's got
3 counts! Well, the jaw-jacking with the referee came back to haunt Rowdy Ricky Knight as the schoolboy roll-up for Keith Myatt gets him the match.
His intimidation tactics did not work to his advantage or in his favour.
Despite Ricky Knight's claims of a fast count. Well, not happy with the count, claiming he's never coming back.
Let's win this week, lads. I'm not being a little bastard. You ain't even awful bastard.
Oh, there's not that much between them now. About 6 years.
You are a little bastard. I'm please never gonna tell you now.
Slightly older on my sheet.
Yeah.